Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Blink and you miss her. She's gonna be gone here in a couple minutes, so we gotta do.
I am, yes. I thought I was like, who are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about me.
Yeah, she's gonna be leaving here to go help Mama Sparkles, so might be doing another video or two today by myself, but she's in this one.
I am in this one. Here I am. I'm here.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about Rosario Dawson and how people are angry. They're angry that she's in The Mandalorian, and some people are angry that she looks different than the cartoon because, you know, that's kind of how it works when you're dealing with live action sometimes, right?
Right, but people were mad because then you had last time when they had the character from the cartoons, and then she had the breastplate. They were jacked about that too, but that's how she looked in the show.
Basically, anything to do with The Mandalorian. We had people angry about Baby Yoda's name and all that. It does seem to be making certain media outlets very, very salty. And I gotta wonder if it doesn't all tie back to Gina Carano on some weird
I don't know. I just think to me it just seems like it's funny because, you know, they're gonna retcon what they want. They're gonna pick and choose what they want to change. And the media outlets pick and choose what they want to be mad about. Yeah,
so the Mary Sue looking for news because, you know, if Trump's going to be out of office, they're not going to have much to bitch about, so let's bitch about The Mandalorian. Before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here at Clownfish TV. We're over 156,000 subs.
Woo!
Thank you so much for the support. We want to keep chugging along, so we're going to outlast the Mary Sue. That's
right. We're slow and steady, but you know, yeah, we're slow, but we're steady. But yeah, no, you point out to me, you said it's interesting because no one's really talked about this in a while. Then there was such a positive response to Ahsoka being in the Mandalorian, and then we can't have that, can we? No, it's a buzzword. So what can we do to use a hashtag trending topic to go in there and cause controversy?
Yeah, let's dig up the controversy, and this actually came up. I want to say it came up when they first announced that she was going to be on the show. It came up when she was on the Netflix Marvel shows too, I think.
Did it? I don't remember.
I think so. Because they're trying to tie it into pop culture, but it's really about slamming on Rosario Dawson. So anyway, this is coming from the Mary Sue. Mandalorian actress Rosario Dawson addresses alleged transphobic assault. Because we got to tie that.
At least they were smart enough to put alleged in there.
Alleged. They know what to do. And actually, we're going to read some of the comments because people are turning on the Mary Sue.
Well, it's about damn time because the Mary Sue is just a load of crap. But that's my opinion. You know, you've known that for a while. I haven't even gone after them on Twitter. I have made no secret of this. I think they're full of crap.
Rosario Dawson's casting as popular Star Wars character Ahsoka Tano was tainted for many when the actress and her family were accused of assaulting, dead-naming, and mistreating a trans man who was close to her family. A lawsuit was filed against Dawson and her family by a longtime family friend who accused them of anti-trans bias and assault. Diedrich Finley claimed that the family had intentionally misgendered and dead-named him and assaulted him while yelling transphobic insults. Since then, court records, according to Vanity Fair, have shown that the 18 out of 20 claims were withdrawn voluntarily without settlement. And Finley's lawyer left the case.
Yeah, it doesn't look too promising there, you know. I'm just saying.
So, knowing that, Mary Sue, knowing that, why the hell would you bring this up again?
Why would you bring the article up? I don't know. Because it's still true because, you know, they said so. And it's like, is it true? Who knows? It could be true. We don't know. But I'm just saying this from somebody who's worked in you know, with lawyers and stuff before. Like, this does not usually bode well.
No, the lawyer left the case. The claims were withdrawn voluntarily without even a settlement. So it wasn't like...
she keeps saying she didn't do it.
Yeah, 18 of the 20 claims were withdrawn voluntarily. So it sounds to me like there really wasn't much of a case. Because if there was a case, especially in this climate, current year, you know, you have a celebrity and you've got an issue with the trans person and there's proof, they're toast. Like that's
right.
So.
And what's interesting to me is you have Rosario Dawson, who is not a white woman,
right?
And you know, and everything else. And I love how they pick and choose who they're gonna get pissed at for what reasons. Like what check boxes trump other check boxes. No pun intended. But
you said Trump
because that was a word that existed before he was president. Anyway,
you're gonna say the Trump card too.
Yeah,
like the Joker, and the Joker triggers me too.
But I'm just like, you know...
You said me too, that triggers me too. Oh, I'm so angry.
Anyway, I'm just saying, it's like, you know, 2 claims are still left. There's no lawyer. The lawyer's gone. I'm assuming there's another lawyer. She keeps saying that didn't happen. And they talked to her in Vanity Fair about it, and she said the lawsuit was false and baseless, because this does happen. People, go after people who have money for whatever reason. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. We honestly don't know because we weren't there. I'm just saying it doesn't look too good when 18 of the 20 things were dropped and the lawyer's not there. And then people want to believe the worst. People always want to believe the worst. And what she said was, well, firstly, I just wanted to say I understand why people were concerned and are concerned. I would be too. So would I if this was going on. If I heard some of those claims, but I mean, as we're seeing right now in the past month, just recently actually, the truth is coming out. Every single claim of discrimination has been dismissed by the person who made them. And as you said, the fact that this is coming from someone I've known since I was a teenager, the better part of my life, and who my family was trying to help, as we have many times in the past, it really just makes me sad. But I still have great empathy for him.
So this is a family friend that there was an altercation with, and so the journalist asked another question. 2 counts remain, alleging a physical altercation, and a judge will rule on whether that can move forward next month. There are people that would say, well, this is just another example of a wealthy, famous person overpowering the system. What would you say to those people who are unconvinced both about this case and about what you actually believe about trans people? She says the reason that all the discrimination claims were dropped is because they just didn't happen. She said, I was raised in a very inclusive and loving way, and that's how I've lived my entire life. I've always used my voice to fight for, lift up, and empower the LGBTQA community, and use my platform to channel trans voices in fiction and nonfiction work I've produced and directed, so I feel the record is clear. Reading Dawson's words, they're not necessarily encouraging, because yes, people can have a clear record and still tip into learned transphobia.
Can I just say, this is the same person who was pissed because they didn't want Buffy rebooted with a black woman?
Ironically enough, yes, because I think it's Princess Weeks, and she is black, yeah. The truth may never be fully known, and hopefully the court case will help clarify some of the matter on the record. But as of now, her casting remains something that Ahsoka fans and Star Wars fans will be struggling with until things
mostly people don't care. I mean, here's the thing, Mary Sue. People aren't caring about. Actually, what most people were upset about with Rosario Dawson was they cast her and not Ashley Eckstein. They cast her, not Ashley. That's what people were mostly mad about. There wasn't even most people didn't even care about this. They all brought this into this after the people were mad about the casting choice because of other reasons. So, but a lot of the charges were dropped, and this whole idea that, because you're friends with them and the rich people and powerful people are getting in, but I guess then why is Amber Heard automatically innocent according to these places? Because if rich people and powerful people can make the law bend to their will, why is she automatically innocent? Even though they have evidence against her. You're picking and choosing who you're going to defend and who you're not based on your own biases.
So here we have, now we know the Mary Sue purges the comment section regularly, and we have people coming in saying, I believe her, the claimant sounds like a con artist. So the fact that they withdrew voluntarily and the lawyer quit.
That's a little bit weird, guys.
It's never a good sign. Sorry, what did you want her to say? What does someone say if they're accused of something that they say they didn't do? Where there's no evidence that they did anything? Even though she claims she did nothing, she should what? Not play a beloved character because someone accused her family of something? Is that how that works now? An accusation is a message you should give up? Yes. No.
Exactly.
It is. Literally, with these media outlets and with Twitter, the court of Twitter, even if you're accused of something and you've got proof that you didn't do it, you're supposed to burn your career down. We've seen this time.
Oh, unless you're certain people you like. If you're certain people you like, then you're automatically innocent and everybody else is wrong.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's interesting here. You could have interrogated the complicated power of differentials of a white trans man accusing a famous family of color.
That's what I said. Is there a chart that tells you what check boxes trump other check boxes? I mean, seriously?
But here's the thing. Like The Mandalorian has actually so far done a pretty good job of casting strong female role models. And you would think normally, in a normal year, in a normal universe, sites like the Mary Sue would be thrilled that we have a black woman playing Ahsoka Tano.
Because they base everything on controversy. They need controversy to get hits.
And Gina Carano's ruined The Mandalorian. And they're upset. They're upset that Pedro Pascal and Gina Carano get along like adults.
Right, because they because imagine that. Someone can vote differently than you and you can still get along. I mean, who would have thunk it? It's like, that's the way the world was more than, 5 years ago.
I'm sorry you're expecting critical engagement from this website.
Exactly.
Reading Dawson's words, they're not necessarily encouraging. Like, I don't even know where to begin. The accuser dropped the claims they made in the first place, and there's still an, oh, okay, I don't know about Rosario undercurrent of thought. What is she supposed to do? Like, I can't even wrap my head around this. Are we supposed to support someone who took back claims just because they made them in the first place, and Rosario's somehow suspect?
Pretty much.
Nobody is supporting. So the case is mostly thrown out. The lawyer leaves the case. Dawson says something thoughtful, and she's still painted as the bad guy.
Well, because it's the Mary Sue.
Yeah. Guys, wake up. This is what this website and sites like it are all about. You know, this is why these sites are imploding. This is why HuffPost was sold to BuzzFeed. They're both going to fail together. This is why these sites are shutting down. Because this is their business model, is basically get you pissed off about something.
That's right. Clownfish TV calling out the bullshit on these sites so you don't have to.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, well, what are we going to do if they all tank? We'll be fine.
No, we'll be fine because we actually go back to creating things, which we're going to do anyway. So, and there's plenty of news to talk about that has nothing to do with these people. So, you know.
Yeah, so what could Dawson say? Nothing. So she's even like, I like Princess Weeks, but you're wrong. You're wrong. This is stupid. There's nothing she can say.
Right, because they've already in the court of Mary Sue have decided. It's not even about them deciding. It's about what are the buzzwords this week. The Mandalorian, Ahsoka Tano, and Rosario Dawson are buzzwords and trending words this week. How can we put them in an article to cause controversy to get more damn hits? That's what this whole thing's about.
Yeah, even if it's a flimsy damn, or and you gotta watch it, Mary Sue, because you're an actual news outlet. You gotta watch,
arguably,
quote unquote, but it actually is owned by a media company. You have to watch.
Run by a guy, I think.
That it is. Watch it. Rosario Dawson's people don't.
Right. Come after you.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just and people are like, well, you're always going on about this stuff. It's like, no, we're always going around these articles calling out bullshit is what we're doing, and I call out bullshit on this article.
One of these days, these websites they're gonna collapse, and Clownfish TV can go back to just having fun, and we don't have to worry about this shit because these garbage websites.
We won't have to keep defending fans.
Yeah, we shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have to make these kinds of videos. But there's so much misinformation out there and so many untruths from these websites. They're constantly attacking fans and stirring up controversy that. They need to be held accountable. They have to, because they have it's a power imbalance. They have supposedly the bigger platform because they're a legit news site that gets quoted in magazines and shit because their friends quote them. But anyway, this isn't the only controversy around Ahsoka Tano. People are wondering why she looks more like her teenage self in live action and not like her adult self, because her race, their head tails grow. And last time we saw her in Rebels, she had very long montrails.
It probably came down to something like it was harder to do the scenes with them in the way or something. It probably came down to something simple like that when in live action. But, yeah,
that was basically what was said. But
was it? Because I didn't read it.
Yeah, they said it was easier. But then you've got fans that are like, what's the deal? Can you not just get this right? Or did you watch Rebels and it was impractical for the actors? And they said, yeah, it's pretty much that was the chief concern. It would be, because can you imagine doing action scenes with these things hanging in front of your boobs like that?
Yeah, and it's a relatively, I guess it's not, I don't say it's minor, because it's a kind of a part of the character, part of the race, so I guess it's not really a minor thing. But, with live action, it's not going to work the same way as animation. Yeah,
well, you look at Shaq T, who's the same race. And now, she didn't really do much, though, she didn't have as many scenes as Ahsoka. So, if you're not being that active, I guess you don't need to have that. But, yeah, people are, people are bitching about Baby Yoda's name. They're bitching about the head trails.
Well, you wouldn't name the other video. His name sucks.
Yeah, I did.
He really does not like that name. It doesn't bother me either way. Everybody's gonna call him Baby Yoda anyway. I'm just like, it's kind of a dumb name, but I'm like, whatever. I'll accept it as their decision. But Neon's really, really anti-Grogu.
I am. It's a stupid name. But here we go. Sadly, it was a bad call. Biggest complaint with the show so far. But man, it's not cool to see the continuity messed with. Well, here's the thing. They're saying that they're gonna, from the cartoon, they might change things.
Oh, imagine that! Disney's gonna change shit. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, I think my biggest concern is like, granted, she left the Jedi Order, but she was still out there. Where the hell was she in Return of the Jedi? I know she's a retcon, you know, because she's never mentioned in any of the movies.
Right.
But
here
still,
suddenly showing up again.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, where the hell were you, Ahsoka? They could have used you.
I know, right? It could have been helpful. I'm wondering though, is it something like, you know, they grow as she gets older, they hang down more? Is it like boobs? You know, the older you get, the saggier they get.
Maybe.
You know, by the time you're, 130, they're dragging the ground.
I'm like, if if it's like hair, maybe you could trim them, file them. I don't
think so.
I mean, that would be kind of, I guess, painful.
But I guess they could have, if it was hard for the actor, they could have gone back and post and made them longer, you know, but that would cost a lot of money and they don't want to. So who knows?
Well, they talked about her eye color even. Her eyes are blue and yours are not, but I don't want you to have to worry about it. If you don't want to go for that, we can just say in this version they're not. Rosario Dawson put that suggestion to bed as fully detailed, and Rosario insisted no. She's like, let me try it.
So she was willing to do what she had to do to keep the character accurate.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, look, it's, Star Wars fans are Star Wars fans, or, we nitpick stuff all the time. The cartoons, my personal feeling was the cartoons were kind of sort of canon, but not hard canon. Like they were
I can't even keep track of what the hell's canon and what's not. Even Disney doesn't know what's canon.
No,
this one's canon, this comic book's not canon, and this part's canon, but this half of this is not canon. I mean, you need like a flippin' flow chart. It's ridiculous.
So that's another complaint. But here, I want to wrap this up talking about Starfire. Because talking about, comics, characters making the leap into live action, sometimes not very successfully, Starfire from Titans, when they first introduced her, people were like, why does she look like a hooker?
She did look like a hooker. I'm sorry. And then they're like, you're this racist, blah, 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 istinphobe.
Right.
And it's like, she looked like a hooker. Why did you make her look like that?
Yeah, they did. They went out of their way to make her look like a hooker. Well, now, apparently, somebody over there is listening because they've fixed her and she actually looks like Starfire now.
Good.
So Marv Wolfman endorses her new look. Okay, it's same actress, but check this out. I want to show you the difference.
Oh, that looks pretty cool. Is that what she's going to wear for sure?
This is what she's going to wear now. She actually looks like Starfire.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. I like it.
Yeah, so this is much different than Hooker Starfire that we saw.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So they're kind of getting. Now, if she'd looked like this at the beginning, I don't think people would have had as much.
Well, there's other issues, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's not as jarring to see her going from her comic book self to looking like a hooker.
Yeah, it was like, why would you do that? I know people were really mad about it, but that looks pretty good.
Yeah, this is what she looked like before for comparison.
And of course, Mary Sue was like, "That's not good criticism."
Yeah, but she doesn't look like.
What the hell? That was her outfit when she was Starfire.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, so they went out of their way to make her look really bad, but at least they fixed it.
Yeah, that's much more acceptable, I think.
So maybe next season, Ahsoka Tano will have longer head tails. I don't know.
Who knows? But that outfit for Starfire is much better.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this one up.
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.